Bye-bye, big house. Have you been thinking about downsizing? Well, I've put together a small resource guide on 7 signs that it's time to downsize. One of the biggest reasons most people decide to downsize is because their kids have left the nest and the house is way too big for them and it's overwhelming. It's a lot to maintain and a lot to clean. But it's hard, right? You have a lot of memories in this house and you probably have a lot of stuff in the house, which brings me to reason number 2 why people decide to downsize. They just have so much stuff and they don't want to leave it for their kids to go through. I know I don't. And I have a ton of stuff in the attic, in the basement, in closets. So it's time to start going through that stuff and not leave it for our kids. Let's do it now while we're still young, still have the energy and have the time to do it. You may have a lot of equity in your home. If you've been sitting in your house for 20 plus years, there's a good chance that you're going to get a lot of equity, or you have a lot of equity. So you could potentially pay for something out of state that's less for all cash. Of course, you should always consult with your tax consultant or your financial advisor in regards to that. There's also options regarding reverse mortgages. When they first came out, reverse mortgages were frowned upon, but it can make financial sense for some people to do a reverse mortgage. So definitely is something you should check out with your financial advisor. Another big reason to consider downsizing is you have multiple steps in your home. Is your home suitable for you to age in place? As we get older, a lot of times to navigate those stairs, it doesn't get easy between, having to go upstairs to the bedrooms, the bathrooms, just to, walk on those can be challenging. Another big reason, family. You want to move closer to family. Maybe your children have moved out of state and now you want to see your grandkids and you want to be closer. Why not? Why are you staying in this big house that you have to maintain when you'd rather be closer to your children and your grandchildren? So that is another big consideration. Whatever your reasons for considering a downsize, I do recommend that you go ahead and you download my free guide today on the 7 reasons that people decide to downsize. It'll go into a little more detail and it just might be something that will work for you. If you have any questions, certainly feel free and reach out.